Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book. There's so many books. Hello everyone. Sorry if you can hear that helicopter. Stephanie here. Today's video is going to be the 10 bookish things I wish for. You know, speech impediment apparently. Don't know what words I want to say, don't know how to say them. The struggle, and now we got dogs barking. No! Mommy's filming. Ignore them. I will be looking at my phone. I'm sorry because I don't have all 10 of these things remembered. But these are just bookish things I really do wish for, whether it has to do with things that I wish were in a book, how books were published or, you know, released, and the coverings, and just things related to books that I wish were a thing. Without further ado, also, this is in no particular order. It's just 1 through 10. I don't have one that I wish for more than any other. Numero uno is, even if a book is written in our world, but it's futuristic or, you know, it's fantastical, historical fiction, you're going back. Obviously, we're not everywhere, and the way things are set up and the way that buildings are named, they're named differently. I wish all books had maps. I think it would just be so much more beneficial. Even if it's our world, you obviously have certain buildings and how you call them a certain way. Give us a map. I think it'll just make it, at least for me, a lot easier to just imagine, like the 100. I wish the 100 had a map. I really do. I think it'd be amazing. Number 2 is dictionary. If you're using words that are not, even if it's an actual word, not everyone knows these things, and I'm not someone who will, unless I really just don't know what they're talking about, and then I'll like dictionary it or something. Dictionary it. That's interesting phrasing. But I love it when books have glossaries at the end, especially like The Bone Season has one, and I Darken has one, and I find myself using that a lot. Let's say it's technology and it's this new equipment or whatever, they give you the definition right then and there, but then they mention it later on and you're like, wait, what was that again? And you don't remember what page it was on to begin with. So I just think it'd be extremely beneficial. Number 3 is, I wish hardcovers didn't have a slipcover. I've said this before, but this is like something I really do wish was like an actual thing. I wish hardcovers were like this one, where it's on the actual book. I don't have to worry about losing a slipcover, getting my slipcover messed up, because things happen. You shove something somewhere and you're like, oh crap, I forgot my slipcover was in there. Number 4, waterproof books. Water resistant, water repellent, however the correct phrasing is for that. I would just like to be able to do things with my book and not have to worry about it getting dirty, because it's not even a matter of taking it out, but like drinking something and spilling something on your book. Could you repel it? Can you? I don't know. Number 5 is, when you buy your books at like an actual book retailer, for us in the US, it's Barnes & Noble. Rest in peace, Borders. Just kidding. I remember going there. Anywho, that's totally irrelevant. But I do wish that when you bought the actual physical copy, you know what, maybe just do it for new releases for the first few months. When you buy that brand spanking new hardcover book, it came with the ebook. Because I obviously love hardcovers, I love paperbacks, but I read through ebooks quicker, and I'm always, if I find a book that's on my TBR and I can get it for 99 cents, or at least give that option, like you have the option to buy the hardcover, the ebook, if you buy the hardcover for 99 cents. That would be amazing. And not just that, but then I feel like it would also encourage people to just want to go buy books more from the actual thing, because if you spend a few more dollars and you get an ebook with it, what? Number 6 is, I wish books were released closer to each other. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but when I binge watch a show, I find that I love that show 10 times more than I probably would have if I had only seen the show season per season, waiting a year. Why don't publishing houses wait till these books are literally in the final, like let's say the first book's completely done, it's being edited, the second book's already written, it just needs to get edited, and the third book's already written, needs to get edited, so on and so forth, and they publish the books at least 6 months apart. I cannot stand waiting a whole year. Number 7, that authors actually came to South Florida. I live right before the Keys, guys. I'm like right there, the very bottom of Florida, and no one comes down here. I think the closest that I've noticed and actually checked up on, because I just see that no one I read or I'm interested in comes down here, because it's like usually authors for like children's and stuff. Rick Yancey, for example, I found out the day before that he was gonna be in Florida, and it was 4 hours away from me. That's an 8-hour drive with traffic. 9 or 10, because holy crap, traffic in South Florida has been horrendous lately. That's besides the point. Why don't they come down, like just come to Miami? I'll drive an hour to get to Miami. It doesn't take that long, but because of traffic it takes that long. I will do that, but no one comes down here ever. I don't understand. I really don't. Another thing that I wish for, you guys know I don't care. This is number 8, by the way. I started that awkwardly. You guys know I don't really care if my books match, if they're paperback or they're hardcover, but something I've always wondered is, why are hardcovers in varying sizes and why are there paperbacks outside of mass paperbacks, but including mass paperbacks? Because there's mass paperbacks that are short and mass paperbacks that are tall, and there's regular paperbacks that are short, regular paperbacks that are tall. Why isn't there just a simple, basic guideline for how books should be? Why is there such a difference? Why can't it just be like all tall or all shorter? I've never understood that. Why is there so many different sizes of hardcover and so many different sizes of paperback? That's something that bothers me, just because it's like, do publishers purposely want to make it all different sizes? Or is each publishing house like unique in its own way? Just make them one size, okay? Number 9, Goodreads needs to get on the whole at least half-star rating. Why can I not put a 4.5? Why do I have to round it up to 5 and give that book a slightly higher rating, even though what I want to do is give it a 4.5? And number 10, also going back to Goodreads. So if anyone from Goodreads ever sees this, I probably won't. Anyway, why is there not a rereading status on Goodreads? I would like to be able to, without changing the original date I read it, instead of clicking want to read, currently reading or whatever, because if you click currently reading on a book you've already read and finish it, it won't count to your Goodreads unless you manually go in, change the date you started it, change the date you finished it. And that I kind of dislike, because I would like to, without having to type it all down, just be like, oh, I want to reread this book. Reread. It'll count from the day I put reread, like if you put currently reading on a new book. That would be amazing. That way you could see my problems when it comes to rereading some of my favorite books and how many times I reread them. And not just that, but people can say, wow, that girl loves that book. She reread it 5 times. What are some bookish things you guys wish were actual things? What do you want? Just comment them down below. Do you like any of the ideas that I have? Because, you know, not saying anything, but I have pretty good ideas. I do. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, whatever. Anywho, those were the things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.